KUGAN, CASSIUS, IFL TV, MTK Global. We're at the press conference here for Fury Schwartz ahead of their fight Las Vegas, live on ESPN Plus and BT Sport. I'm joined by the rep for MTK here. Is that what you're doing here today?
Just seeing Bob Arum. That's it.
Were you escorting Bob Arum here? Like his bodyguard?
His bodyguard? I couldn't be bodyguard anymore. No?
Fury Schwartz on the 15th of June in Las Vegas. What do you make of this fight, Jamie?
It is what it is. I think it's Tyson Fury where everyone's coming to see. He is establishing himself now in the US. This is his first show with ESPN. Bob is putting out the big spiel, bringing him the Jimmy Fallon and stuff like that there. I think it's a chance for the Americans to really get to see Fury before the big fights happen. And when you listen to them, the big fights are going to happen. So, as I said, it is what it is. I'm just hopefully he looks the part on June 15th.
For someone who knows a thing or two about heavyweights in Bob Arum, just slightly, what do you think kind of he looks in Tyson Fury and sees in this modern day era?
Like, we had breakfast this morning and he spoke so highly of him, ridiculously high, saying that there is no one else in the US like this, like in terms of sports stars, have the personality and appeal that Tyson has.
Not just boxing, he's
no,
talking
not
about.
not just boxing. Like if you really look deep into it, NBA, NFL stars, they're all pretty standoff from the camera. Where Fury gets up today and just starts roaming about the place and having his own press conference. No one else needed to be sitting around him today. He run the show. It's music to his ears. Bob Arum can play that. He has the outlets to let Fury run wild. ESPN and then Disney behind that. He has this big platform now to show his face.
I mean, like I said, I think we spoke about this out in Dubai not too long ago, and the fact that kind of all the top heavyweights are aligned with different broadcasters in the US, and also obviously here with BT and Sky. It doesn't sound encouraging that these fights are going to happen anytime soon. Bob and Frank and Tyson were talking about kind of a cross broadcast. Is that the only way fights happen if it's being shown on two networks?
At least with Top Rank though, you're getting to see them reaching the hand out, especially with Eddie in the zone. Possibly Lomachenko Campbell, Lomachenko Corolla, stuff like that. It comes into their big stars. It's going to be a lot harder. The negotiations are going to be a lot harder. He was saying with Mayweather Pacquiao, they done it on both channels. So there must be a way. I think if there a will, there's a way. I think the demand will be out. It has to happen. There's not much heavyweights, not much good heavyweights around the fight about. So right now we'll probably all suck it up and take the Fury against Schwartz and AJ against the big guy Ruiz. We'll take them at the minute and not be happy, but that's only going to last for so long. That they're going to have to fight each other. There's going to have to be sit-downs between Bob and the Zone and Fury's or Wilder's people. So it's going to come a time where it's going to have to happen because the quality and depth is not there in the heavyweight division. We have three big guys who stand alone at the top, and then Dillian Wade, etc. below. Joe Joyce and stuff like that there. So there's not going to be much room for these kind of fights. We're going to have to see the big guys fight each other, and the only way for that to happen is for the likes of Bob Arum and Eddie Hearn to sit down with each other and they show something to please their backers.
Arum, and we know that kind of the relationship there with Frank Warren and Eddie Hearn isn't probably, even though they've never met, doesn't seem
strange
like on the outside that it's kind of, I don't know how to word it, but you know what I mean. But Arum, even though obviously he's had a few words to say about Eddie Hearn recently, Arum would sit down with Eddie. Is that the only way like a Fury-Joshua situation happens, if Arum and Hearn were to sit down?
I see it being closer because of Arum, yes, because no matter what he says, he may talk the biggest load of shit about you on a camera in front of a public audience or whatever. He's a businessman.
He'll still make the deal.
He'll still make the deal. Doesn't matter. Ego gets left on the door with Arum. He'll make it work for
the fighter,
for the fighter, for the fans in the end. And it's what for me. I prefer the little guys because I'm a small guy. So heavyweight boxing for the wider public, they all crave it. They all want it. It's all they seem to be talking about. So it's going to have to happen. The public will demand it, and he will have to bend and make sure it happens. And if there only is one man to make it happen, it seems to be Bob Arum.
And to be fair, I mean, look, MTK obviously represents Tyson and have a strong relationship with Matchroom as well. They could end up playing a big part in making that fight happen as well.
Well, outside promotional stables, MTK is the only real team, our management team and team in general, that works with everyone.
Yeah.
You know, they were the link between us and like Warren and Hearn and shows. You know, they Bob Arum to Frank Warren, stuff like that. They make things happen on an international scale, not just UK. And you're saying that we're talking about the promoters having to get along. There'll be one team in the middle, and that's MTK, making it really happen. They'll be connecting everyone together, because as you say, we have fighters now with Top Rank. We have a deal with Top Rank. We have fighters with Eddie Hearn and Matchroom. We have fighters with the Zone in Eddie Hearn. We have fighters with Frank. So if you really look beneath the surface, MTK run everything.
Not going to disagree with you there, Jamie.
They even run AFL, don't they?
Yeah. Big part in IFL. Yeah. Jamie, we're going to catch up with you tomorrow for your brother's press conference, where a very exciting fight's going to be announced, but we'll leave that till tomorrow.
Yeah, big news, exciting
and
times.
I will see you in Belfast.
I'm looking forward to it, Cooks.
And we're out tomorrow night.
Dinner? Yes,
Absolutely.
Dinner's on me.
All right.
We do not drink, do we?
No, we don't.
Oh, okay.
Absolutely not. Thank you very much.
Thanks very much.